Okay, welcome to Cynthia's crafting room. This is what I'm going to show you how our skull stump turned out. This is what we're going to be working on today. I don't know if you can see that. We'll be able to see it here really good here in a little bit. I want to show you our Dracula's Mountain, how it turned out. I went back and put a little bit of green because we're going to put some moss on it. And I went back and touched up the gray on the stairs. Okay, and I made a path here out of sand. We're gonna do some of that today to go look like it's going from the bridge to behind Dracula's house. Okay, but I wanted to let you see what this turned out like. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it looks pretty good. Of course, you know, the camera really doesn't do it justice. Okay. I forgot to get something. Let me be right back with you. Okay, I forgot to get some cling wrap. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try to cover up the skull before we paint. We'll see if it works or not. Me and cling wrap do not get along anyway, so... Let me get this covered up and I'll be right back with you. There we go. It's not sticking very good, but we just want to try keeping as much paint off of him as possible. We can use a paintbrush to go around and get close to him. Getting my black paint here. A couple of wet wipes out ready. This is just an old mustard jar. I just put water in. I'm going to put some water in here for our black paint. You want to put some black paint in here. We don't need it real dark. When you shake this up, make sure you got this squirter all the way closed, because I didn't. And man, that stuff goes everywhere. Make sure you don't add water over your project. Lesson learned. Now, we don't care if we get this on the top or not. It's going to be covered anyway. This is the top. We need to get it painted too. Now this looks really dark when you first do it, but it'll dry a little bit later because it's a wash. So it'll lighten up. We want to do the underside on this one because you'll be able to see some of this. I'd be doing this outside, but it's raining. Okay, we'll let this dry a little bit and be back with you in a little bit. Okay, while the skull's drying, we're going to work some on the Pirate's Cave. We're going to start by dry brushing some gray inside because with that light there, we want something to pop. I even thought about putting a little bit of glitter in there so that it'd glitter because my granddaughter would love that. Okay, so that's what we're going to try now. We're going to dry brush this in the back with our I'll get it right in a minute, granite gray. Come on, focus. And don't forget our cardboard. This one's going to be a little bit hard for me to get you to see. Don't forget to do the roof. Let's see if we got a little bit of glitter. Okay, I'd rather have it finer than this, but this is what we got. We're just going to try to sprinkle a little bit in there on that wet paint. I think that'll give it some sparkle in there. Maybe look like gems or something. We'll put some watered down PVA on there in a minute and help it stick better. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some just some glue on the bottom or the inside of the cave. And then I've got some just play sand. This is what I made the path with on Dracula's. So we're just going to sprinkle some of this in there. Probably should have spread that glue around. Like I said, we're learning as we go. Both of us. I'm going to put a little bit more glue in there. Guess I might ought to open it first. You want it kind of thick. Okay, let's try this again. And I'm going to take the popsicle stick. You can buy these at any hardware store, crafting store, discount store, in bundles. I always keep them around. I'm just going to smash this sand down in there into the glue. We're going to have glitter and sand everywhere. When you think you like that pretty good. Okay, now we're going to use some watered down glue. Do it just like we did the paint, but we want more water than glue, okay? And this will help hold that glitter. And we're going to soak this sand really good too, so it'll dry really good. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start working on the outside. Let me clean up some of this glitter and sand and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're going to start working on the rock, just like we did with Dracula's castle. This is my yellow wash. Doesn't matter if we get it in the creek bed up here because we're going to be going over that. We're going to be using the same colors because we want them to kind of be close. They're not supposed to match exactly, but we kind of want them to be close. Now we got a little bit of the barn red. Now we'll do this lighter yellow. Whew, that one's wanting to go crazy. Now we'll just dab it in. Okay, we'll see you in a few when we get done with this. Okay, looks like a nightmare, doesn't it? A nightmare. After this dries, we'll come back and put a black wash on it. But what I'm wanting to do now is kind of put these rocks here a little bit different color because they're right there by the water. So I'm going to use territorial beige and I don't know, do we want white? We'll use a little bit of white to kind of lighten it up a little bit. Get a smaller paintbrush. I'm just going to kind of mix it till I kind of get the color that I am looking for. And we're going to put a little bit of moss on these rocks and stuff anyway. Let's see what this looks like. We'll start out with this, then we might go over it with a little bit of a gray. See you in a bit.